AmaZulu King Goodwill Zwelithini will today open the Kwazulu-Natal legislature in Pietermaritzburg, eMgungundlovu at the Royal Showgrounds. The annual ceremony takes place before the Premier delivers the State of the Province address. Anticipation is high on what the King might say on his relationship with the provincial government, the Ingonyama Trust, as well as other questions linked to the land. Well, our reporter Siphamandla Goge is on that story this morning, and he's looking smart and ready for the opening of the Kwazulu-Natal legislature. Siphamandla, good morning to you. People are expecting a lot of stuff to be happening. The King, of course, opening it later this morning, and there's been an invitation that's been sent to the former president, Jacob Zuma. So people are wondering what's going to be happening today there.
Well, basically, we expect AmaZulu King Goodwill Zwelithini Zulu to arrive around 10 o'clock this morning. After that, there is only one item on the agenda of the legislature. It's the official opening of the Kwazulu-Natal legislature by the King. He is the only person who will speak today. I can tell you, having covered the provincial legislature opening, that the King will touch on the issue of the land. You would know that he's fighting to keep his Ingonyama Trust, whereas there is a recommendation that it must be scrapped and the entire land must be transferred back to the ownership of the state. We also expect him to touch on his on and off relationship with the provincial government in KwaZulu-Natal. As we speak, he is involved in an ongoing legal battle with the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs when it comes to the issue of the election of traditional council members in various traditional communities in KwaZulu-Natal. He interdicted those elections which were meant to take place on the 29th of February. As I'm asking my colleague Bonga Mkhize to show you what is happening now, the police band is busy here performing and drilling. They would welcome the King when he arrives. But right now we are joined by the Speaker of the provincial legislature in KwaZulu-Natal, Nontembeko Boisma. Thank you very much for your time. First of all, let's talk about this controversial issue of the 2 days. First day is the official opening of the legislature by the King. Tomorrow the Premier delivers SOPA. In this tough economic climate, some people will say that's just being wasteful.
Thank you, Goge. Look, the issue is now being raised as a controversial matter. I didn't know it is a controversial matter. I know it as a practice that was adopted in KwaZulu-Natal legislature way before we came. We found that there has been a understanding that the King, His Majesty, will address the opening of the legislature. That was also internalized and institutionalized in terms of the roles of the legislature, because when you go to Rule 9, it is there that it must happen. But we found that due to the current economic conditions, it can't continue in the manner that it has been continuing over the years. So we decided to do some form of cost-cutting measures. You'd remember that over the years, we've used to have 2,800 guests on each of the 2 days. This year we've cut more than half. Instead of 2,800 on each day, we are having 1,200. So literally that translates to less than the number that we used to have on each day. That then says that we will cut on costs for traveling, we'll cut on costs for accommodation, but also cut on other costs of the logistics. So we are doing something.
Is former President Jacob Zuma attending today and tomorrow? In the past, he has never missed the official opening of the legislature and the SOPA delivered by the Premier. Has he confirmed his attendance?
When we met with the party leaders, the Premier, in his capacity as leader of the governing party in KwaZulu-Natal, confirmed that the former president will be attending as per invitation for both days. We haven't received anything in the contrary, but it was also said that it was subject to his own health conditions on the day. We are expecting him until we receive something that tells us otherwise.
We understand that the provincial government has dispatched a delegation to His Majesty the King to persuade him that the official opening of the legislature and the SOPA must be done within 1 day. Is that true, and what was his reaction when you engaged him or when the delegation engaged him?
You are now speaking to me about rumors that you know alone that I do not know. And I wouldn't know those that are of government. Remember, I am from the legislature. So it's something that I haven't been briefed on that you're speaking about.
Okay, thank you very much for time. Well, that is the Speaker of the Provincial Legislature in Kwazulu-Natal, Nontembeko Boys. We will be trying to get more reaction here. Earlier on, I spotted the leader of the DA in Kwazulu-Natal, Zwakele Mngwango. He has disappeared. I hope he will be able to join us, but they are strongly opposed to this setup of having 2 days for the official opening of the legislature as well as the state of the province. But we await the arrival of AmaZulu King to officially open the Kwazulu-Natal legislature.